What drives you to get up every morning? Is it ambition, curiosity, or something else entirely? Let's delve into the concept of motivation and its powerful role in our lives. At its core, motivation is the fuel that propels us forward, guiding our decisions and shaping our behavior. Motivation can be intrinsic, coming from within, driven by personal interest or enjoyment in the task itself. Or it can be extrinsic, fueled by external rewards or pressures. Both play pivotal roles in our lives, influencing how we navigate our daily routines and long-term goals. Let's consider some pivotal studies on motivation. The marshmallow test, for example, demonstrated the power of delayed gratification. Children who resisted the temptation of an immediate reward and waited for a greater one demonstrated higher success rates in their future. Then there's the Hawthorne effect, which showed that people often perform better when they believe they are being observed. Understanding motivation, whether it's our own or someone else's, can be a powerful tool for success. But what really happens in our brain when we feel motivated? Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of it. The star of the show in the world of motivation is a neurotransmitter called dopamine. This little chemical messenger plays a massive role in our desire to achieve goals and seek rewards. When we set our sights on a goal, our brain gives us a little taste of dopamine, making us feel good and driving us to take action. This is our brain's reward system in action. Now, here's where it gets interesting. When we achieve that goal, our brain rewards us with another hit of dopamine. This creates a cycle of motivation, action, and reward that keeps us pushing forward. It's like a pat on the back from your brain saying, "Good job, let's do that again." But there's another layer to this science. Have you ever been so engrossed in a task that you lose track of time? That's called being in the flow. The concept of flow is closely tied to motivation. When we're in the flow, our brain is flooded with dopamine, and we're at our most productive and creative. It's an optimal state of motivation where we're completely absorbed and loving what we're doing. By understanding the science of motivation, we can harness its power more effectively. The more we know about how our brain works, the better we can use it to our advantage. That's the power of understanding the science behind motivation. Now that we understand motivation a little better, how can we boost it when it's lacking? Well, it's not as hard as you might think. The first step is setting clear goals. You see, the human brain is a goal-oriented machine. When we have a clear, tangible target to aim for, our motivation naturally increases. So, set your sights on something specific and make it something that truly matters to you. But what if that goal seems too big or too far away? That's where the next strategy comes into play, breaking tasks into manageable chunks. Consider it like climbing a mountain. You don't just leap to the top, right? You take it one step at a time. By breaking down your larger goal into smaller, achievable tasks, you can make the journey less overwhelming and keep your motivation levels high. Now, let's talk about finding personal meaning in the work. This strategy is all about connecting what you're doing to your values or passions. When you can see how your efforts align with what's important to you, your motivation to continue can skyrocket. Finally, don't underestimate the power of positive reinforcement and self-compassion. Reward yourself when you achieve those small victories, and if you stumble or fall, be kind to yourself, dust yourself off, and remember that every setback is an opportunity for a comeback. With these strategies in hand, a lack of motivation need not be a hurdle anymore. So, how does all this talk about motivation translate to real-world success? Let's look at some shining examples. Consider the likes of Thomas Edison, whose relentless motivation led him to persist through 1,000 failed attempts before he finally invented the light bulb. Or J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections but was so motivated to share the story of a boy wizard that she didn't give up until Harry Potter was published. Motivation impacts success across all spheres of life. In academia, it's the fuel that drives students to excel in their studies, pushing them to go the extra mile in their pursuit of knowledge. In the professional realm, it's the force that inspires employees to rise above challenges, innovate, and achieve their career goals. And in personal life, it's the spark that ignites the pursuit of passions and aspirations. Remember, motivation is not a static state but a dynamic process, and it's within your power to ignite it.